Welcome to Dealership Digest, where we're going to talk about how to sell more units at your dealership in the digital age. I'm your host, Chris Paulino, with my co host,
Anthony Paulino, how you folks doing today?
and today we're talking about media optimization.
Yep,
We're
media
going to,
optimization, logos, branding, all that good jazz.
right, because if your logo, if your branding, if your media, your pictures, your videos, if that stuff is not right for your dealership moving forward in the digital age, you're going to lose credibility with your customers,
For sure,
right?
definitely. You know, one big thing I think a lot of companies are kind of maybe not they're not losing credibility because a lot of users are kind of lenient now, which in the going forward, a lot of users are probably going to expect it more and more for you to have your logos looking good and crispy. But how many times have you been to somebody's website when their logo is just like super pixelated or it looks like it's from the 90s or the lettering is so small you can't read it,
Looks like a
etc.,
brochure.
etc. Yeah, it
Looks like
looks
a brochure image.
just like that is crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous, especially since we're in a digital age. People are expecting high definition pictures, high definition video. I mean, what are we on, 4K now?
Oh yeah. And
Pe-
it's I mean, well they probably even have higher than 4K
Higher than
to be
4. People
honest.
want to watch their sports. They want to see the grass flipping up from the football player's cleats. They want to see the sweat on Kobe Bryant's eyebrow when
Yeah.
he's shooting a foul
And
shot.
shout out Kobe.
Shout out Kobe.
We love
But
you, Kobe.
That's the things that people want. They want that high definition videos, they want high definition pictures. And if your media is not optimized for your users, for your customers to be on the internet, to be on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all the different platforms that you could be marketing on, then you could be missing out on potential customers and clients who are looking for your products and services, or more
For
specifically
sure.
for your dealership, for your vehicles, your cars, your RVs, your boats, your ATVs, your motorcycles. I mean, whatever you're selling there at your dealership.
Yeah. And it's a huge deal. And I would say you are missing out on customers in fact because people want the good images, you know. If I'm looking at a boat or if I'm looking at an RV, I want to see what it looks like. I want to see the inside and the outside. That's another big thing I think people are missing out on is a lot of companies are relying on these stock images and all these websites are looking the same. Like what is going to differentiate a dealership's website as far as the logo and the media if you're all using the same stock images. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like
So, well, let me
that's
ask you this: logo and branding. What are some of the things that dealerships need with their logo and branding, or what are they doing wrong right now, and how could they fix some of that logo and branding issues that they have across the dealerships' websites?
okay. Well, I think one of the first things that we have to do is if your logo looks old, and I think all personally going forward, your logo should really be an icon, like just like a Target or a Walmart. They're
Like
all
one you
icons.
could have on an
Facebook.
app.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It should look good on a phone app. So if your logo is taking up square space or rectangle spaces or large spaces that are just like not really a nice design, we really need to change. And I think the colors are very important. I think you should have two, three colors max. You know, less is sometimes more. So if you have a lot of colors going on your logo, you maybe want to update. And you really need to update if you don't have the proper file formats. So um, a lot of people, a lot of people we've worked with, when they don't really have control over their images, so we're trying to get some small JPEG image off the back of their website that might be backgroundless, but it might not be backgroundless. So if I put it on black, you can see this huge white, thing around the image, and it looks terrible. So the companies need to have a vector format of their logo so that it's scalable across not only web, but even if you wanted to print it or put it on a huge billboard or put it on a large digital billboard, you need a large image for that. So it needs to be in vector format. And if you don't have a vector format logo, you're kind of in the old school.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And one thing that you said there that made me laugh is those big logos with 100 different colors, and they're very intricate, and you know what I mean. Like it's
It's just
got
like
a bunch of words in it and stuff like
it's
that.
a
And
train
just
wreck.
looks 1980s, like or something. I mean, man,
It's a
like
disco ball.
think about Facebook. You know, the F that's on your phone that you click every day to scroll to Facebook, and you know, think about Target's logo. It's what, three circles or something like that.
Yeah, it's just a red and white target, two colors.
Right. So, you know, keeping your logo simple, keeping them compatible across, congruent rather, across all your media platforms is definitely a good point. And having those right vector files so that you can do business cards, so that you can do T-shirts, so that you can do large billboards, digital billboards, if you choose to go that way. You definitely need that stuff, and not all dealerships have it readily. You know, sometimes they have a graphic designer make it for them, lose the files, and 5 years later, when they're ready to make a shirt or a banner or something for the RV show or a car show, they don't have the files they need. So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big deal, huge deal. Get the proper files.
so once we get past our logo, our branding, we're going to talk about, you know, your website media. How is your website media? How is your photos, your images, your videos? How are all of those things working? Working with you and your customers, so that you can get more internet leads, so that you get more customer leads, so that you can get more views on your products. Because, you know, let's face it, if we're a dealership and our salespeople aren't creating conversations with our potential customers, our potential clients, so if our photos aren't good enough to get a potential customer to put a customer lead in, or we don't have videos and a customer wants to see those videos, you know, that can hurt us. That can make it to where we don't get as many internet leads as we should. And well, the more internet leads we get as a dealership, the easier it is to
Hmm.
sell.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a huge thing. And you know, one big thing I do see a lot of dealerships doing is is the stock image thing. The stock image thing is a big deal to me. Um, a lot. And another big thing is they use some people are using platforms that are really compressing these images down, and you know it does save on load time, maybe website load time and such. But a lot of the times, if you have a proper platform nowadays, you can have high resolution images with proper website load time, so it's not really a big deal. You know, it shouldn't be a big deal. So high resolution photos for your products are it's a must. Videos is a must.
Yeah.
Super must.
I mean, we would almost go to say that if you're a dealership, you should have a photographer, a
Yeah,
videographer,
you
or
should.
maybe, you know, one that does both, so that you can get these high quality images
Yep.
and high quality pictures of your units, your vehicles, your cars, your RVs, your boats, your motorcycles, whatever you have. You know, especially if you're a used car dealership or a used dealership, you know, it's even more important because
Absolutely.
your customers don't want to drive 3 hours to come look at a unit and then realize that the 5 pictures you upload showed everything good, and then there's 40 bad things with
Yeah.
your RV or your car or whatever you're selling.
They're not buying it. And then they're not recommending you. And then they're probably putting a negative Google review out and it's just gonna spiral.
Yeah.
Spirals.
Yeah, and that negative Google review, imagine that, right? Your customer drives up to your dealership. We got low quality pictures, low quality videos. They're excited to buy this new RV. They're excited to buy this new car. They show up to the dealership. They got their smiling face on. They're ready to make a deal. And then you pull that baby
Yeah.
around
Done.
and they
I'm
see the
out.
dent in the
You're
door.
like, what is this? And then you're taking money off of that,
They
no?
see the delamination on the motorhome.
Are
You
you
know what I
taking
mean?
money off?
Right, and they're like, "Well, wait a minute. This thing doesn't look nothing like what's in the pictures and videos. What's going on?" And then what happens? They try to, the salesman tries to jam them in a deal.
Give me that money off. But
So
then the dealership's like, no, ain't no money off, because you know that they're like, no, 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 no. And a lot of them are slammed to the bottom because it's the digital age. You can't hide prices like you could back in the day, so you know they really don't have room to go. So you got to show the
right,
customers with the media up front. And another place I think a lot of people don't think about using the media for is blogs. If you're writing blogs, you always need good content, good pictures to put in the blogs. That is a photographer's job. If you had beautiful pictures of the inside and the outside of the units when you were explaining a blog about a specific RV, or maybe you just have your photographer go to the park one day because you're doing a blog about a park. You have beautiful pictures, and that is going to drive engagement. It's going to drive shares. It's going to drive enjoyment in your content, and all of that matters when you're talking about leads and when you're talking about customers in the digital age.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I think dealerships aren't doing enough of is videos.
No, I
I feel like we're getting to a point where videos are what people want. They want to watch them on YouTube. They want to watch them on Facebook, and it makes life easier.
yeah, and one huge good example for this is a lot of people. I know you guys shop for clothes out there. If you shop on ASOS.com right now or ASOS the phone app, they have a video of pretty much every single inventory of clothing showing you a model in it. Like, it just makes you purchase. You just fall in love with the clothing, and people spend hours shopping on ASOS.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're at a dealership and you're not doing quick, even 30-second video walkthroughs of your units, showing your used units, showing your new units, and just showing your customers, your clients, or even doing videos like, how to winterize an RV, right?
Yep.
How
Yep.
to pair my Bluetooth with my brand new Hyundai.
Yep.
How to, change the tire if I have a flat tire on the side of the road.
Perfect. Yeah, all those great examples. And you need awesome quality video content, pictures for every single thing right there.
Yeah. Nothing worse than seeing that video done. That's a great video, and it's done on a flip camera phone. It's
Oh my gosh.
pixelated. You're trying to watch it on Facebook. You feel like the video's done from 1990, but we're in 2020. You don't even know what phone they use.
No
because
mic, no mic, so the audio is
Where'd you
just
get
terrible.
that camera from?
Yeah, it's we need to change. It's huge. It's huge. And you know what? If dealerships really start, I will guarantee this. If dealerships start paying attention to this and they start taking fantastic pictures of their cars, RVs, whatever they're selling, houses, interior, exterior, awesome pictures that are professionally done, and then have a video for all their products, I guarantee they will see more leads. From even if they don't increase the amount of traffic, I guarantee they'll still see more leads because the people coming to their website are going to convert at a higher rate.
Very true. Now, when we're creating this media, we're creating these videos, we're putting them on YouTube, we're putting our pictures online. What should we be doing to make sure that our media is optimized, right? Because, when we fill out a YouTube video and we don't put a description, or we fill out a picture and we don't do alt tags, or we do some of these things, but we don't optimize it, let's say kind of on the back end in a sense, what should we be doing to optimize our media when we create these great pictures and videos?
That's a great question. Well, one of the biggest things that I think people are definitely not taking advantage of are video thumbnails. Okay, that is the number one thing people see when they are looking for your video. It's gonna be what comes up in the search query or wherever they see the thumbnail. And if it stands out from the rest, they will probably click your video, or chances are higher that they're going to click your video. And the percentage, the higher percentage matters, and for leads in the digital age.
Yeah, for sure. Because at the end of the day, the video is not going to do anything if we don't get them to watch it, right? If we don't get them to view the video.
Exactly.
So the thumbnail is almost what gets them to stop scrolling, right? When they're
Yep.
scrolling Facebook, when they're searching YouTube, and they type in, Salem Cruise Light RV, or they type in, Ford cars, or, whatever they're searching on YouTube, the video that they're going to pick, sometimes it has to do with the views, but then the other times it's going to be, what thumbnail is it? I know
Well,
we've all heard of clickbait,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. And I'd be willing to bet that a lot of the ones that have higher views are the ones that have the better thumbnails.
Yeah. Yeah,
Usually.
most of the time. And the ones that have the better thumbnails, the ones that have the best titles and headlines,
Yep.
the ones
Huge.
that have the best descriptions. Because you got to think the way YouTube works, the way these platforms work, when you fill out a description, you're telling YouTube what the video is about, right? So it
Yeah.
has a better search. Like people can search the video more if it describes more in the description. Is that true?
That's true, yeah, and absolutely. And the words that you use in the description are gonna the keyword phrases and the little words that you use are absolutely going to affect the search engine or the SEO of your video for to show up on search engines. So you really have to fill out the description. If you're say, remember you were talking about doing videos about say changing your tire. If you do a video about changing your tire and you do a web page also about changing your tire, you should put a backlink in the video description. Therefore, it's crossing your website and your YouTube and making everything one nice ecosystem online. So that's one thing you really have to do. And then another thing you have to do is you have to fill out the tags and the meta descriptions and all those things that people don't want to fill out. You got to fill them out.
Yeah, and I think that's what happens, right? Is people they upload the pictures and they let the pictures upload. Oh, I'm done, right? And you have all these other fields to fill out that come along with the picture, that come along with the video.
The alt description.
Right.
Yeah.
So now if I have 50 cars or 50 RVs or something that we just did pictures or videos for, well, now I got to fill out 50 descriptions, 50 alt tags, 50 so on and so forth. And sometimes, it can get
It gets tedious. It gets tedious.
daunting, right?
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's got to be done because if we're not doing that, we're not getting the proper SEO rating. We're not getting the best search results we could be getting from that video, from those pictures, from whatever we have out there on the internet. And if the media is not optimized and we could be reaching more potential customers and clients, then again, that just means more customer traffic to the website, more leads to our units,
Yep.
more leads to our
Yep.
sales team, and more conversations started so that we can sell more cars, boats, RVs, motorhomes, whatever we're selling at our dealership.
Absolutely. If you take the time to do the media, you're gonna see the leads go up. You're gonna see the engagement gonna go up. People might start sending you more emails, asking you questions because they're more serious about the unit now. I mean, the power of it is it really goes down to a even subliminal level. More pictures, they trust you more. Less pictures, they trust you less. I mean, it
For
comes
sure.
down to I mean, it goes all the way down to the core of the person when you're talking about the media.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, customers are going to buy from dealerships they feel they know, like, and trust. And, when you have that used car, that used RV that has some damage to it, that has a dent in the door, and you have a picture of it and you highlight, hey, look, there's a dent in the door, right? Because now when someone comes by that car, they're ready to see the dent. You disclosed it to them, they trust you.
and
So,
it's worth the price with the dent.
yeah, it's worth the price with the dent. And
Yep.
now you just earned trust. Now you're going to get a positive review from that customer because they're going to say, listen, they had great pictures. There was a dent in the door. They showed it to me in the pictures and videos.
Normal wear and tear, normal for a used car,
I
normal
bought
for
it.
whatever. Yep.
Great dealership. Very trustworthy.
A
I would
plus.
recommend them. I would recommend anybody doing business with that dealership, right?
Yep.
You get the customer that comes to your dealership. They see a used unit. You don't take a picture of the dent. They show up. They're mad. They have a terrible experience. Next thing you know, they're blasting Google, Facebook reviews saying, "Hey, this dealership's untrustworthy. They lie. They take deceiving pictures.
Yeah.
We show up. They try to jam us in a deal. It's overpriced. It's dented. It's crappy products. Forget this dealership."
Never go there. And they might even go as far as to, hey, brother, sister, best friend, mom, go leave a negative review on this for me because they just treated me terribly, and I don't want no one to have that experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done it before.
Haven't we all? So, but so if you're a dealership out there, you got to make sure our media is optimized. So your logo, your branding, making sure you have the right files across the board, making sure your logo and branding is congruent across the board, right?
Yep.
Making sure our website media, our videos, our images, making sure they're high quality and ready to go.
Yeah.
Making sure that our videos are optimized, our video descriptions are filled out, our alt tags are filled out, and the proper things are filled out so that when people are searching our dealership's products, they're finding them online.
Yeah. Don't forget the logos and the vectors too. That's huge. If you don't have a nice logo, please update your logo.
So, hey, that's what we're talking about. This is Dealership Digest. Make sure you keep tuning in weekly so that you can get the newest, hottest information on how to market your dealership weekly, monthly, and for the digital age so that you can continue to get more customer leads, start more conversations so that your sales team can sell more units.
Later, y'all.
Thank you for watching Dealership Digest, presented by IMR.
To see more episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page.
And if you need digital training for your dealership, then visit us online at imr.training.
Or infiniteMediaResources.com.